Welcome to the very first Co-CEO Weekly Investor Update. Why did I decide to launch this weekly update the very first week as co-CEO? Because I believe in putting both our major stockholders and individual stockholders first, and because a promise must be kept. Relying only on traditional channels like annual and quarterly reports is no longer enough. To better collect your feedback and respond in a timely and transparent way, my very first action as a co-CEO is to build an open communication mechanism that is open and transparent and fully based on compliance with laws and regulations. This weekly investor update is just the first step. It's the beginning of our delivering on promises and rebuilding trust. Now, what you are seeing here are some of the key tools we use in our day-to-day operations. In the future, I will share more details with you on how these tools help us manage the company, drive product development and delivery, and build our user ecosystem. We aim to manage the entire company as if it were a product. And I'm not just the Chief Product Officer for our vehicles and technology. I'm also the Chief Product Officer for how we turn the entire company into a product-like and AI-powered organization. Going forward, the content of these weekly reports will be based on these core management tools. They won't just be about financial indicators and operational data. Instead, like a product manager, I will walk you through the overall state of a company and our progress each week. This week, we officially kicked off the 10-punch combo initiative for both FF and FX. Our biggest breakthrough came on the sales front, especially in our B2B Co-Creation Ecosystem. Following Tuesday's announcement of a binding pre-order agreement for 1,000 units of FX Super One, which includes a non-refundable deposit and a non-binding reservation from a dealership in New York. We secured another B2B deal on Thursday. Using the same model, we signed a binding pre-order agreement for 300 units of FX Super One, which includes a non-refundable deposit and a non-binding reservation from Skyhorse, a mobility solutions provider based in California. Skyhorse will also become a new co-creation partner, working with us to co-create and share the blue ocean value of the first-class AI MPV market. With our B2B business gaining traction on both the East and West Coasts, the strong response from major clients from the rental and the car sharing markets has been a huge morale boost for us and for our strategic partners in the bridge strategy. The level of interest from US users in AI EV models with extreme price-to-performance ratio like ours is even greater than we expected. We believe there is tremendous potential in the 4 major blue ocean markets we are targeting. In addition, we saw initial success this week in our counterattack against potentially illegal short selling. We released an official update on the progress we've made in addressing potential illegal shorting and online manipulation targeting FFAI. Individual and related accounts involved have issued a public apology and removed all related content suspected of market manipulation. We will continue to take action to protect the rights of our stockholders. Any illegal attempts to harm FF or damage investor interests through illegal short selling will come at a cost. Now that I've shared the good progress, I also want to talk about the area where we've fallen short and need serious reflection. As I just showed you in the operational overview, despite the breakthroughs this week, there were still some tasks we didn't complete or that were delayed. Why did this happen? In my view, the root cause lies in our company culture, organizational efficiency, and how we manage performance. First, strong performance can at times go unrecognized or unrewarded, and there are also times when mistakes go unaddressed. Second, cross-culture collaborations is still a major challenge. Third, a say-no culture still exists. Too often, when people hear about a new idea or task, their first response is to say no, instead of asking themselves, how can I make this happen? This is not the FF culture we want, and we must make a change. First, We are restarting our reward and accountability mechanism. Those who perform well should be strongly rewarded. Those who fall short must be held accountable. In fact, this week, we have already terminated, optimized, or restructured several senior management roles. Second, we are rebuilding our core values and the company's mindset, one that is goal-driven, execution-focused, and results-oriented. Third, in FF, different opinions are welcomed only with solutions to address the issues. This is where execution with all your might starts. Looking ahead to next week, my focus will be on 4 key task streams within our S0 to S7 company-level strategic goals. S1, building our user ecosystem. S111, we are building out our user ecosystem, including a co-creation-based direct online sales model. This is all to prepare for the official launch of our FX Super One product. Its first major official push to consumers. We've already started the internal countdown toward launch. S114, we are also continuing to drive B2B sales and secure pre-orders. We've started outreach to major US ride-hailing platforms to explore strategic partnership and business models that can empower FX Super One with large enterprise clients. S122, we will continue building a full user operations system, including after-sales service. S2, S3, and S4, product development. Our first potential FX vehicle line, Super One, is moving ahead with engineering, testing, supply chain, and production readiness. Our second vehicle model has entered open road testing in the US, and we will be sharing more updates on that very soon. S5, capital and finance. S521, we are fully focused on preparing our Q1 financial results and the upcoming earnings call. I'll share updates on our progress next week. S7, capabilities, systems, and operations. S72, we are prioritizing the build-out of our financial systems. In future reports, I'll also provide more structured updates on the development of both the FX and the FF organizational systems and capabilities. I was truly surprised and moved by the response to the news of my appointment as co-CEO last week. During interviews, I even reconnected with a few longtime media friends. It was a deeply emotional moment. It's been 8 years since I left my hometown, and I'm grateful and humbled that so many back home are still watching and supporting me. At the same time, I also feel a strong sense of responsibility. FF hasn't succeeded yet, and for that, I feel deeply sorry. But we are not giving up. We will succeed. The first week as co-CEO has been intense. There's pressure, of course, and anxiety at times. But above all, I feel a renewed sense of purpose. This Investor Weekly is one way I'm holding myself accountable. I hope we can keep this going as a commitment to putting stockholders first. Some major milestones this week also reminded me when we stay focused, do the right things, and execute. Some major milestones this week also reminded me when we stay focused, do the right things, and execute relentlessly. The results will exceed expectation. We talk a lot about blue oceans, but when the market starts responding, when customers come to you, that's when you realize the dream is real. It's not just talk. You really can carve out a new path by sheer effort. We're just getting started on the road to success for both FF and FFX. Through this co-CEO Investor Weekly, I hope to keep communicating and engaging with all of you, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Leaving me a comment. I will try to answer as many questions as I can. See you next week.